Hello YouTube and welcome back to another episode of Import Custom Mods. Today we're going to do something that's been very controversial between many different scenes in the car world. Some people agree with it, some people don't. Some people like the extra 25 horsepower, some people don't. But we'll go over that in a little bit. Right now I want to tell you one quick thing. We do have ICM shirts made now in a various amount of different types. So just message me on Facebook or whatever, email me, find me on Google+, go to the website or something, and let me know if you want to buy one. We will have a store up shortly. This is my 2002 Mazda 3 ALX. It's got a dual overhead fan, 16-valve, 2-liter, 4-cylinder motor. It also has a short rim intake, headers, and a can. And a couple other things. Although, when I was younger, I did not take the best of care or do the right things for the car. A lot of things have been kind of fun. Alright, so tools you're going to need today. You're going to need your breaker bar and the socket that fits your wheel lugs. The color you want your calipers and brake drums. Some tape, but we'll get to that later. Jack and jack stands so your car doesn't fall on the ground or crush you. A rag to spread wax and grease remover. And a tarp so you don't have to mask everything off. And most people paint the calipers red, but that's for race car look. We want to go with stealth bomber look, so we're going to paint them black. So, you're going to have to break your lugs loose. You might need a bigger pole for this, or you might need to apply more pressure. Now that your car is off the ground, you can take your tire completely off. Alright, so this is your caliper, for those of you that don't know. This is red, that's race car status. We want stealth, just remember that. So black it is. Alright, while you have the tire off, and you have the caliper here and everything, you want to inspect your rotors and your brake pads. This car hasn't been driven for a little while, so the rotors look a little grimy, but we're going to inspect the brake pads to make sure that they're alright. A lot of people, they use newspaper and masking tape and everything, but you don't want to get any tape or anything on your rotors. So what I do is, I know that a lot of you aren't going to agree with me on this probably, but I just take a drop cloth and I wrap it around the whole thing so that none of this is exposed. Just make sure you don't get any of your rubber or brake lines or anything. You just want to get the metal. So try to have a steady hand. Before you paint, you want to just wipe it down with some wax and grease remover. I got a rag that's wet with wax and grease remover right now. So you just want to clean off all the brake dust, or try to get the most of it. Alright, so we're going to let that dry for a little bit and come back to do another coat. Now that you're done painting your caliper, you can put your front wheel back on. And then we move to the back. Put your cars on the ground, make sure you tighten up the lugs nice and tight and go in a crisscross pattern. That way it comes all out nice and even. And so your wheel doesn't fall off. You're all good. Off to the back. Now we're in the back. You gotta break the back while it's loose. Just so you know, don't loosen them all the way, just break them loose. That way the wheel doesn't fall off before jacking up the car. So once again, take your wax and grease remover on your ratty. Just wipe down the whole brake drum. Yep.